Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel series that I am doing for my beginners and how to get started with your makeup. So today I am going to go over the tools, your basic tools that you would want or need within your collection. I do recommend for you ladies that cannot afford to go out and buy the individual brushes to buy the sets, because you can get them at the drugstore. They're like what, like 10 or 15, anywhere from $10 to $15 for a set of makeup brushes, and you don't have to go out and spend a whole bunch of money. The brushes that I own are brushes that I have purchased over the time. I did not buy all these brushes all at once. So this is just the brushes that I have and that I think are great for beginners that want to get started. And you don't have to purchase all of them, or you don't have to use all of them if you have a different preference. But I pretty much go over all what I use my brushes for, and then you guys can go and decide what brushes you feel you're gonna need for the next videos that I'm gonna do regarding beginner makeup. The first brush that I have, it is an eyeshadow brush. So this brush, of course, is used to apply your eyeshadow onto your lid. This brush doesn't really blend as well because sorry, I got all these brushes in my hand. It's a really stiff brush, so this is just good for applying eyeshadow to your eyelid. The next brush that I have is another eyeshadow brush, and it is a fluffy brush. Now this brush is great for blending your eyeshadows, and this brush is actually a very inexpensive brush. It's an e.l.f. brush, and I only spent like $1 on this brush. So that's one thing I recommend. If you're looking for great brushes that are at a good price, I do recommend e.l.f. brushes. Like, I actually have another one of these brushes and a couple other brushes that I actually use on clients. So yeah, this is a very good brush that I think that you should have in your brush collection if you're a beginner. It is a concealer brush. I bought it at the drugstore. I think it was like a couple bucks, but I use this to apply concealer around my eyebrows, or if I'm using like a base and I don't want to put my finger in it, or just majority of the time if I don't want to put my finger in it, it's because I have like long nails. But this is what I use for my concealer. So this is another important thing to have in your collection. And then I have this angled brush. This angled brush I actually use for my eyebrows, to color in my eyebrows. You don't need a angled brush in your collection. I just think it's great to have one if you decide. I have one simply because I always change how I do my eyebrows. I'm weird like that, so that's why I have one. Also, another one, a good thing to have in your kit is actually the spoolie. This one is attached to an eyebrow brush, but these are great also if you don't like using the angled brushes, and these may be a little bit easier to blend with. So my first brush that I use, and for some reason I've been using this brush a lot, it's my favorite brush, but it's just a MAC brush. It's like a little mini brush that I got in a gift set, and I carry this in my my travel makeup bag. So of course a blush brush to apply your blush. I have an angled brush. I use this to contour with. I really like this brush. But yeah, I use this brush to contour with. You don't necessarily have to buy an angled brush to contour with, but I feel like it's easier using a contour angled brush. So this brush I can actually use as a blush brush. I can use this for a powder. I can use it to contour with, simply because the dome shape that it has, it works really well to contour with. I bought this. It's an Essence of Beauty brush. I bought this at the drugstore. So this actually came in a set along with the angled brush, and I think like 2 or 3 more other brushes, and it was like $10. Last but not least, my last powder brush that I have is my e.l.f. brush. This is a very good brush. I actually like this because it picks up like product on the whole brush, and it doesn't pick up a lot of product. So when I apply my powders, I don't apply like a heavy amount of powder, so I don't get that cakiness that sometimes happens when you apply too much powder. And this brush again is the e.l.f. brush, and I only spent, I think it was like $3 or $4 at Target. Beauty blender. So this I bought at the drugstore. This was like a couple dollars. You can also buy this at Sephora, or you can order it online. It's very cheap. The beauty blender gives you like a flawless, I feel like an airbrush finish, and I really like the beauty blender. I need to buy another one, but yeah, I really like this one. I want something that doesn't apply the makeup really heavy, so I use stippling brushes. So I have a small one. This small one is an e.l.f. brush. This is again like $1 at Target, $1 to $2 at Target. And then I have this stippling brush. It's an NYX stippling brush, and this is probably like $5 at your local drugstore. And they're just really like soft bristles, and they pick up the foundation and they apply them lightly on your face. It's not like a heavy cakey feeling when you use the stippling brushes, so that's why I like them. For beginners and you're not sure where to start, what type of eyeshadow to buy, how much eyeshadow to buy, I recommend buying a palette. Simply because you have all the colors there, and you don't feel like you have to buy a whole bunch of colors at the same time. You have to buy a whole bunch of makeup at the same time. Because like myself, when I really started getting into makeup, I bought like palettes here and there, I bought eyeshadows here and there, and it's just easier. I think it'll just be easier for you guys to just buy a big palette where you have all your colors. So one inexpensive palette to buy, and I've done videos with this palette before, and I feel like it's an amazing palette, is the Eyes and Lips Bright Eyeshadow Palette. I forgot how many eyeshadows is in this palette. It's a lot. I think it's like 100 eyeshadows in this palette, and it's like the rainbow. You get all the colors. You have like your yellows, your browns, your greens, blues, darker greens. You have blue. Oh, I said blue again. Purple. You got pink. You got brown. You got black. Like, you have everything. You have your neutrals. You have your brights. You have your, like, everything. You can do smoky eye with this palette. Everything with this palette. And when I do in my next videos, when I start doing some of my beginner makeup tutorials, I will try my best to use as much as possible from this palette, simply because I don't want to confuse you guys, and I don't want you to feel like you have to go and buy everything that I'm using. Like I said before, you get all of these bronzers in the palette, and then you get all of these blushes, which are very, like, in my opinion, very pigmented for like a drugstore brand. And then you get all these shadows, and these are kind of like a day to night shadows. These are perfect for people that are like beginners and they don't want to spend a lot of money, because these are only $10 online. I'm not sure how much they are in the store, if they even sell these in the store, but I ordered it online and it was only 10 bucks, and it was so worth the money. So that is the tools that you will need in my next videos. If you have any video requests, please leave a comment below so I can add them and include them into my video. So thank you for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.